Okay, we are live once again. Chris Mosier, Progress Texas Podcasting Director. It is not real often that we actually do a live stream. It is definitely not often that we have such an awesome and perfect opportunity to do a live stream as we do right now. State Representative Nicole Collier of Fort Worth, Texas. By now, your story has percolated all throughout the interwebs and out onto network television, Rep. Collier. Essentially being confined to the floor of the Texas House of Representatives, where you are now. Welcome and thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me and allowing me to share what's going on. I mean, it's just another example of the bullies trying to control people who are less, uh, endowed, or the people who do not have the same means. So this is just another tactic of them taking and controlling our movement and our what we do.
Absolutely. So I think a lot of people who are tuned in to what's been going on really for the last couple of weeks, especially since the beginning of the quorum break in which you took part in, give us the rundown of what's happened. You guys returned to the Capitol today, restored quorum today. And how did it go from there? Like, I guess my first question is, when did you find out that all of the House Dems were going to be asked to essentially sign their right to privacy away to the Texas DPS for some indeterminate amount of time?
Yeah, so quorum was restored today. While we were on the floor, the speaker made an announcement saying that for those Democrats who had participated in the quorum break, they would be required to sign a permission slip to leave the floor, agreeing to be subject to DPS control, agreeing to be under the control of DPS in order to leave the floor. And that was the condition that was set by the speaker in order for members to leave the floor. And so you had to sign that, and then you would be allowed to leave. The doors were locked while we were here earlier, and members had to show who signed the permission slip had to show the proof that they signed, and their DPS officer that was assigned to them followed them out, and they have followed them home, and they are on assignment instead of looking for criminals on the street, and instead of looking for pedophiles and human traffickers, they are instead following our democratic state lawmakers around. And so this is very wasteful,
I mean,
in my opinion.
Rep. Collier, I would go beyond wasteful. I would say childish. I would say ridiculous. I would say comical. To me, this is like, you guys have, but you broke quorum. You did away with the first session. You accomplished that. You got this huge national conversation going. And thank you, by the way, for taking part in that. That is going to, I think, prove to be really, really huge in the long run. That you guys bought important time and highlighted the issue for the entire country. But then coming back to petty is another word that I can think of. Why would you bother to come back and allow quorum to be reestablished and then turn around and leave again? I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I know there's a lot, to this. So you're sitting there in your seat while the session has begun, quorum has been established, and that's when you found out that this was going to be a condition of you guys being back in Austin. That's kind of amazing. So,
Right.
so everybody else, all the rest of your colleagues, signed off on these agreements. What made
Republicans didn't have to sign it. Republicans did not
Yeah,
sign.
right. I'm just talking about the Dems, right? That's true. What at what point did you decide that you weren't going to do this? Take us through that moment in your thought process when you decided that you weren't going to have this.
I'm just fed up. I'm fed up with their need to control everything. When I was listening to the announcement, the order, the directive to notify us that we can only leave because if we sign away our rights, I just said enough. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them taking everything. They get everything, and the only way I can resist is if I stand against it. And so I've had enough. I've had enough of them being a bully over us. I just can't take it anymore. I don't know what else to do. I know that the votes aren't there to kill a bill, but my will and my um, drive and just my spirit. It just inside of me, I said, this is wrong. This is petty, like you said. It's just an exercise of control over us as Democrats. And it's not necessary. It's wasteful. And I've had enough. I'm tired of it. There's so many things that this government does, and I have a right to challenge our government, and I have a right to resist. And that's what I'm doing.
I am beside myself with pride for what you have done here. I'm so very, very proud of you. This is all coming off of 2 weeks worth of personal sacrifice to get the quorum break done. And the idea that you guys would come back, allow them to do what we knew they were going to do with the maps and everything else that they wanted to do, again, after highlighting the issue for the nation. And then for them to behave like a bunch of babies is just, it really is kind of, it's kind of par for the course, really, in a way, but it is, super demonstrative. So what happens now? I did read that they've given you permission to return to your office
With an escort. So I could be escorted by a sergeant to my office with
okay.
DPS outside of my office. And so I have permission to go to my office and back to the floor.
What happens now? How long will this last? What's next?
Well, it's 8:14 now, so I'm assuming that they'll come back on Wednesday, and I'll be here. My chair of the House Democratic Caucus has joined me, and so he's going to stay with me here on the House floor as a show of unity. I appreciate that. I'm sure we'll be planning our floor fight so that way we can create the legal and solidify the legal battle that we anticipate coming against these maps that are segregated maps. These are the most segregated maps that we've seen in so many years. So since the civil rights era. So we're going to be planning our floor fight, continuing to resist. There's different ways to resist. We're going to ask other states to continue to be open to responding to any other Republican efforts to rig their elections, like Texas. So we will continue to plan and strategize and fight.
Again, so very proud of you, Rep. Collier. Rep. Collier, you've spent a fair amount of time in Austin. You're a multi-term representative there of Fort Worth. What in Austin, in terms of food or comfort, would you like people to send you? We've been talking about during the quorum break sending out umbrellas like they did in the Hunger Games. I don't know if that's possible in the Capitol, but what can we get you? Any kind of, I don't know, barbecue or Mexican food, or what can we get you?
I follow a mostly plant-based diet, but I'm so grateful. The chairman has provided some vegan food for me, and my colleagues have provided with some refreshments. And I hear the cheers of people in the rotunda, and it touches my heart because they have been moved to act. And I hope that people will see that you can make a difference in just taking a stand.
That's right.
You can make a difference.
Absolutely. We are so very proud of you. Once again, I can't say it enough. State Representative Nicole Collier. So this stream is going out on Progress Texas's feed, and also several different clubs. One of which is the Mid Cities Democrats, which are pretty close.
Yes, thank you.
By where you are, by your district there in Fort Worth. Words back to your home base, to your constituents, your voters. Talk to them real quick, if you would.
Yes, HD95. Thank you for trusting in me. I will continue to be your voice and represent your interest in Austin. I will not give up. I will continue to resist, just like you asked. Thank you.
Very, very good. And, maybe we can figure out some plant-based burgers or, something. I mean, flowers, whatever it might be. I would expect, as long as you're sitting there, Rep. Collier, to be probably receiving some gifts. I would think the delivery people are going to be busy. So we appreciate it very much. And please let us know what's going on, and Godspeed to you. And again, couldn't be prouder.
Thank you. All right.
Very, very good. Cutting off now. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you. Bye.